Today we are going to work on linear inequalities. Some important information to know when you're graphing inequalities is what I would like to start with today. So if I have a greater than or less than sign, I want to use a dotted line. So you're going to graph it just like you graphed before, but instead of a solid line, you'll use a dotted line. Now, if I have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you'll continue to use a solid line. Another thing that's important is when you're graphing linear inequalities, you're going to shade part of the graph. The part of the graph that you're shading is where our solutions are going to lie. Okay, so if I have greater than or equal to, you're going to shade up, or in some cases to the right. If I have less than or equal to, you'll shade down or left. Alright, let's go ahead and look at how it will look to graph a linear inequality. We'll start with y is greater than or equal to 1/2 x minus 4. So just like a normal graph, we're going to start with our y-intercept, -4. We'll use the slope, rise over run. We'll rise 1, run 2. So we'll go up 1 over 2. After you've got your 3 points, go ahead and draw your line. Make sure you know, should it be solid or dotted. In this case, since it's greater than or equal to, it should be a solid line. Now to know where the shading is, again, since it's greater than, we want to shade up or right. In this case, let's shade up. Okay, so that's how our graph would look for y is greater than or equal to 1/2 x minus 4. Let's go ahead and look at another one. Let's do y is less than -3/4 x plus 6. So again, let's start with the y-intercept of plus 6. This time our slope is negative, so remember we're going to rise, which will actually go down 3 and run over 4. And again, once you have your 3 points, go ahead and plot your line. Now looking at this one, since it is just less than, it should be a dotted line. So we can go back and either put dots in it, or you could have dotted it from the beginning. Now the shading on this one, since it's less than, should be down or to the left. So we're going to go ahead and shade that. And that is how inequalities would look if you were to graph them. Alright, let's look at the solutions on these graphs. Let's start with the one on the left. For solutions, when I have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, the solutions can be in the shaded area or on the line itself. On the right, my solutions can only be in the shaded area. They cannot be on the dotted line. Alright, I have a student here that's going to give one a shot. Alright, Rebecca, I want you to try y is greater than or equal to 3/4 x minus 2. So for starters, how are we going to graph the line?
You are going to start at y equals -2, rise 3 and run 4.
Okay. What kind of line would we have?
A solid line.
Good. And since it's greater than or equal to, where should I shade?
The up.
Good. Okay, I'm looking for a solution in this. Can you give me a point that is a solution?
The 0.24.
Good. Can you find one more solution for me?
The point -6, -2.
Very good. Let's go ahead and try one more. Alright, Becca, let's give y is greater than -2x plus 4. First of all, how are we going to graph the line?
We're going to start at y equals 4, and since my slope is -2, I will go down 2 and right 1.
Okay, and how will my line look?
It's going to be a dotted line.
Good. And since I have greater than, where should I shade?
The upper part.
All right, Rebecca, can you give me a solution for this graph?
0.58.
Good. All right, let's go ahead and look at another one. We have y is greater than or equal to 3/5 x minus 3. All right, Rebecca, how will you graph the line?
I will start at y equals negative 3, and since my slope is 3/5, I will go up 3 and right 5.
Okay, and what kind of line should you have?
I should have a solid line,
And where should our shading be on this one?
the upper part.
Okay, and can you give me a solution for this graph?
The point -7, -2.
Good. Let's give we've got two more. These are special cases. Let's go start with y is greater than -5. All right, Rebecca, how would you draw this line?
You would go to y equals -5 and draw a horizontal line.
Okay, can you tell me what's wrong with our line?
It should be dotted.
Good. And where should we shade on this one?
The upper part.
Good job. Now, can you give me a solution for this graph?
0.11.
Good. All right, let's look at one more. This time, let's look at x is greater than or equal to 6. Okay, Rebecca, how would you graph this line?
You would start at x equals 6 and draw a vertical line.
Okay, and is it solid or dotted?
Solid.
Okay, and where should we shade?
The right side.
Good. Can you give me a solution to this set?
0.81.
Good. That concludes our inequality. Do you understand, Rebecca?
Yes.
Awesome.